¿Qué tal, mi familia? SimWolfHero here today, and we are here with something slightly different. Today we are here with a bit of a challenge, if you could believe that. I'm trying to get the challenge here pulled up so I can kind of give you some background, some info on what exactly it is. Essentially what this is a lot of you guys who watch my videos more than likely have probably seen this other person post videos and stream on Twitch a lot. So this challenge actually came from her. Her name is Rory. You guys probably know her by her nickname. She goes by Rory Plays Sims. Rory, in the beginning of May, I believe it was the beginning of May, it might have been the start of August, to be honest. It's been a while since I've checked my Twitter. I'm checking it as we speak, but she posted a picture of a very modern, kind of small looking house alongside some instructions and some other stuff like that. So I'm actually doing her challenge. So this is going to be, where is it? My Twitter is usually full of a lot of me liking YouTube videos and stuff, so I have to go back a ways. Where is it? Donde está? Looking. I need to be better prepared when it comes to these videos. I really do. Where is it? There it is. Got it. All right. So initially I was going to post this video last week, but last week I ended up doing something, and the week before that was the weekend of Cinco de Mayo, so I was busy for that. But I finally got around, and I'm finally getting it done, so I'm very happy. This is Rory's build challenge. This is house number 4. Requirements for this house was going to be unlimited simoleons, keeping the layout as is, and landscaping colors decor are the builder's choice. Obviously, you guys watching the video now, you guys will be able to download this house off of the gallery. There's going to be 2 hashtags for it. The usual hashtag for me is always going to be hashtag SimWolfHero. That hashtag probably won't ever change unless I think it's supposed to change. The other hashtag, you guys can look it up, is Rory Builds, and it's actually on the gallery as of right now. I think it's actually been on the gallery for about 5-6 days now. So if you guys want, you can definitely go ahead and head over there and show it some love. So it's a 2-level build. If you want, it's actually even a 3-level build, because there is a split level in the garage area, which we'll get to once we get there. So the main floor is on that left hand side. It's going to be the garage. Once we head into the actual house portion of it, it's going to be a very nice looking kitchen with a dining room. There's actually a mud room and a pantry off the side of the garage. We have a nice kind of den area off into the front on the left, and then of course we have like a little living area off to the right hand side, and onto the right hand bottom portion of the house is going to be a walk-in closet area, and of course there's also going to be a bathroom attached to that as well. Onto the outside as well, we also have a nice overhang over the porch on the back, which leads off into the pool and hot tub off to the left, which we'll get there. There's still a lot more video left. The second level was required to have a big walk-in closet along with a bathroom, a detached toilet, and another little area in the bathroom for the main bedroom. So that would be the whole ensuite thing. The bedroom was a sizable bedroom. It was a master bedroom, of course. Then there was another bedroom off to the side, which included just a closet. Then in the other part of the hallway, there's also going to be a disconnected bathroom, which has 2 sinks, and then the actual toilet and bathtub on the other end of that. On the other side of the stairs, was going to be, I believe that was supposed to be a laundry room. Now, we don't actually have any laundry items in The Sims 4 as of time of recording. However, with eco living, since there was a survey done about that recently, we could be getting some laundry stuff in. Maybe not, it just kind of depends. But for the moment, we don't have anything like that. So what I did with that room is I actually made it into like a little gallery area where you can have someone paint and they can put stuff on the wall, but mostly that's going to be an artist room. So if you have an artistic sim, you can always put them in there and they can go ahead and crank out some masterpieces so they can pay for their nice fancy home, because this house was not cheap. Can't remember how much the ending price was, but it was not cheap. Off of that room there, on the other side of that, was actually also another bedroom, which I did just make a bedroom. Then at the other end of the hallway was actually a bonus room. Now, at first, I wanted to do the actual art thing in there, but I thought, no, I think the artist needs to be a little bit more cramped. Just because I thought that aesthetic looked really good. I'm using the word aesthetic. I'm such a hipster. Ugh. No, I'm not. No. But the bonus room, really wasn't sure what I was going to do with it. I actually kind of wanted to do just a bedroom in there, but I went ahead and forwent that, and I actually made a video making room or a gaming room. So that room, once we get to it, just basically has the gaming setup, the whole thing of what you would think a gaming room would be. It looks really cool. I like the aesthetic of it. Again, me using the word aesthetic. Who am I? Dan Howell? Jesus. Anyways, you guys can go ahead and follow the links to the description in the description box below. I'll go ahead and put Rory's info there. You guys can go ahead and follow her on YouTube and of course on Twitch as well. She streams very frequently over there. If you guys haven't been over there, I usually go over there sometimes. I usually stay in the background and just kind of watch it as like a podcast or something, or if I'm making my own builds, I will do that. So Rory, if you are watching this video, thanks so much for the challenge. Appreciate it. Can't wait for the next one. Again, her info in the doobly-doo, along with her Twitter as well. So you guys can definitely go ahead and follow her over there. There will also be all my links to my stuff as well, if you guys want to follow me anywhere on here as well. Going back to the video, because I know that we've been talking a lot and I've just been stuck on the Twitter page right now. And you guys will have to excuse me if I might be a little bit off on it, because my computer, whenever I decide to run the video so I can commentate live over it, sometimes it goes at a slower pace than what it actually is. So if I'm like a couple seconds or like a minute off, just please excuse me. It's just the nature of how the computer is. Hopefully we'll be getting a computer within the next couple months, because if you guys don't know, I'm actually running The Sims and everything else off of my laptop. So this laptop I got like in 2008, so it's a very old laptop. I want to say that it runs great, but it sometimes chugs along. If I don't continue to talk, it will start just the noises. So that's kind of why I don't like it, and that's kind of why I need a new one, which hopefully with my job I'll be able to get one, but we'll see. Anyways, as you guys can plainly see right now, we're actually onto the outside bit already, putting some landscaping around the place. Now, I think I say this in every single one of my videos, and I don't think that it's going to be any different from here on out. I'm not the best when it comes to landscaping. I think I did a pretty decent job of it this time, with some of the rocks and some of the fountains and the trees, and of course the foliage and stuff like that. I think I did a pretty decent job of it this time. Actually, when I was doing the inside portion of it, which you guys will be able to see, I did something a little bit different, something that I used to do. I did like a small time-lapse video of going in and out of the house to try and get like this cool kind of effect, but you guys will be able to see that at the end. But I thought when I was doing that, when I saw the outside portion of it from the inside out, I thought the landscaping actually looked pretty good. So I'm actually pretty proud of myself, if I do say so myself. I really do. So I did that. it actually turned out pretty good. I actually do like how it turned out. I didn't use as many trees in this as I probably should have. Looking at it now, I think I used just like two trees, like the aspen tree and something else, I don't know. But what I did ahead and I did with the rocks that I kind of like here was that I kind of squared off the fountain area, so it kind of looks like a pond. Back in The Sims 3, we were actually had the ability to make our own ponds, especially since we had the whole terrain deformation tools and formation tools. I guess we actually used to have that in The Sims 3. So since we didn't have that in this game, I just went ahead and I layered the rocks around the gardening area so it did look similar to a pond. That's kind of why I added the lily pads in this little area over here. So I mean, I think it looks pretty good. I'm very happy with how the product came out. The house itself went into a couple stages of its own. At first, when I was making the house, I made it too big. I did, and I kept looking at the pictures, I'm like, this looks way too big. Why is it so big? I wasn't honestly really sure why it was looking so big. So I went ahead and I looked back at it. I kept looking back at it, and I just kept thinking to myself, this is just off. And it took me a while to figure out why exactly, but pretty much when I initially laid the whole thing out, it was off by like it was like 3 sizes too big. So what I went ahead and did, and you guys probably saw at the beginning of the video, the house kind of went into this formation of from like 3 sizes too big to like down to like 2, because I was trying to fill the lot up, I guess. So, and honestly, this house could probably fit on a smaller lot than what I picked. I think the current lot size that I have right now is like a 30 by 20 lot, but more than likely it probably could fit on a smaller lot. It is definitely a small house, but it has, once you get into it, it's, I want to say, and this will show how much of a nerd I am, I want to say it's kind of like the TARDIS. It's bigger on the inside than the outside, so that was the case there. It just looks cool. I really do dig how it looks. Again, the aesthetic of it, it's just very happy. I don't know. Anyways, once we get in here, as you can see, I'm just kind of doing the bathrooms and all that good stuff first, because I thought the bathrooms were probably the easiest thing to do. I kept the bathrooms pretty much the same all throughout the house, so I had that kind of wood grain kind of that spade colors in there, so I went ahead and kept those. The packs that were used in this house, I think I pretty much used a portion of all of the packs, actually. If I can get the gallery page open up. What is it? Sims, no, not Sims Community. There it is, Sims Gallery. If I can get that pulled up, I can probably tell you. If you guys didn't know, by the way, I do put the link to the actual gallery page on the internet on here, so if you don't have time, like a lot of other people, you can actually sign into the gallery page online, and you can go ahead and search up and actually pre-download it to your game, which I actually find very cool. A lot of people do that apparently, and I always just like including it. So let's see if I can find my info. So let's go there. We'll search up using EAID, and we'll do newest, since it's probably the newest one up. We'll search. It'll probably take me a minute till I find it. Pretty sure that's my name, guys. Why aren't you? I don't know. Okay, let's try the hashtag, because sometimes the hashtag works better. Unless my thing is off somehow, which I don't think it should be. Huh. Okay, well, something else, it's not working. Either way, like I said, I'm pretty sure I used pretty much all of the packs at one point. The only pack that I don't currently have at time of recording would be the bowling the bowling stuff pack, I believe, is the one that I don't currently own. Probably be getting that sometime within the near future, so I can do something with that, just because it just looks really cool. I'm still searching for it. Huh. It's searching. While I'm searching for it, right now, currently, what's happening on screen is the den area. So that's where you're doing most of your work, getting all your good stuff done as well. For some reason, the gallery page isn't working right now. It must be down or something. Not sure why. Oh well. Going back into the video here real quick. As you guys were able to see, I did go ahead and get this den area looking good. I like the den, how it is. I also am trying this new approach to lighting, because whenever I did lighting beforehand, I would always keep the day up, and then I would put lights around. The only problem with that is sometimes with the light coming in through the windows, it doesn't give you a good grasp of how the lights will look at night. And sometimes if you put too much lights in, then it just doesn't look good. It looks like it's overlit. So what I did was I went ahead and put I went into night, and then I went ahead and added the lights then, because it just gives it a different look as to what it should look at night, which shouldn't be overly lit, I feel, but it should give off a good amount of light. So that's what I went ahead and did. I like how this room looked. It looks really good. It's very gray in that room, which is probably the only thing looking at it now that kind of bugs me a bit. I wish I would have used a little bit more color, maybe in the seats or something, but overall I think it looked pretty good. Oh, this is probably one of my favorite parts of the whole entire build, the garage. The garage was actually really fun to do. So this was actually the split level part of the house that I was talking about. So what I did was I went ahead and created the room, deleted the foundation, colored the room, and added a split level down there again. That one leads off to the outside area where the pool is, and then the other one leads into the mud room that leads into the rest of the house. But in here I just added a bunch of knickknacks and a bunch of other useless stuff, like the bullhorn, the computer stuff, the outdoor cooking stuff, some computer parts, some trophies, some things that you'd use to play and stuff. And since we don't actually have cars in this game, what I did was I actually went ahead and just used one of the toys, like the children's toys, and I upscaled it so it would be a lot bigger, and I actually placed that outside of this portion of the house so it looks like the garage, and then I added those blank windows. Now I know that there's some people who would say, well, you know that we do have garage doors in the game. Yes, we do have garage doors, but they don't scale up the way I want, and it just looks weird. So I didn't do it, and that's perfectly fine. So what I went ahead and I did with the inside of the garage was I did add this floor paneling on there, so it looks like there's drainage that you can use. But I went ahead and added the exercise machines, the punching bag, and then the treadmill in there, so it looked good. And I also added these overhang lights that you would use for like a store, but instead I did it in the garage, and I think it looks really cool, so I'm very happy. I also went ahead and added the working table, just so they're able to do that out there, and added some more like the pool cleaner and fire extinguisher and some hoses as well throughout the house and the front of the back. So it looks really nice. I'm very, very happy with how the garage turned out. I really am. This took me a good amount of time, to be honest, just to actually look for all the items that I wanted. But yeah, I'm very happy the way that it turned out. So it's good. Next thing we moved on to was the kitchen. Next thing we moved on was the kitchen. Kitchen came out looking really good. We did just two just two colors in there, I believe. We had with the black, a little bit of the gray as well. The black is mostly just extra, and then the gray kind of like a vertical for the diagonal on for. It's really cool. I really do enjoy how it looks as well. We also added a curved, like oh, what are they called? Nook. I guess that's what it's called, a nook table or nook kitchen, something. I don't know, but it's a breakfast bar, essentially what it is. So added one of those, added some seats around. Looks really good. I really enjoy how kitchen is probably one of my favorite parts of this whole house, except for maybe the garage, to be honest, and one of the bedrooms upstairs. But I feel it looks really cool. I really enjoy how it turned out. Adding those seats around the breakfast bar as well, adding your essentials in here. I think the only thing that I forgot to add in here was an actual garbage can, and the reason why I say this is because when I was player testing the house, and taking my pictures and all that good stuff and the screenshots and the little video that you'll see at the end, is when they made their food and there was leftover food that they didn't want to eat, they had to go all the way outside past the little fountain and go to one of the garbage cans and scrape the food away, and then come back inside and put it in the dishwasher or actually wash it by hand. So that's the only thing that I think I forgot to do. So if you guys do go ahead and download this house, just know there's no garbage can in the kitchen. You can add your own, definitely, and I would probably recommend it. That way your Sims don't have to go all the way outside to do it. And so now, as you can see, just kind of filling out the area, kind of wanting to see and space it how I want. It was probably around here that I realized that there wasn't enough color in here. Enough greenery, enough light. I did go ahead and do that trick, like I said, of putting everything to night, so I can add some lights around the place and some good stuff like that. Added a lot of the stuff from the Get to Work. I had a lot of stuff from Get to Work in the kitchen. A lot of that would include like some of the notice boards and some of the knives as well. It just looks really nice. I think I also added a neon sign over the espresso area, just because neon light over the espresso area just looks really cool. There it is. Yeah, there it goes. I hope I said it at the right time. But I added a neon sign over the espresso, so it just looks really clean. I really enjoy how it turned out. Yeah, I just really enjoy how that thing looked out. Like I said, it was around here that I realized that this place was just kind of lacking in color. So what I did is I went ahead and added some potted plants as well, just to give a little bit more of a green kind of look. Very good, very nice, very aesthetic, very asymmetric, very neat, very good. I'm talking out of my butt. Anyways, adding more carpets. I wasn't really too sure what I wanted to do with the carpets. I think I went ahead and I settled like on a white and gray kind of one. I was thinking of doing a colored rug underneath there, but I think it just took a little bit too much away from the whole. Again, God, I hate myself. I think it took a little bit too much away from that whole aesthetic of the kitchen area, so I kind of just left it like the white and gray rug there. But you know, like I said, if you download this house, you are definitely able to change it to whatever you did. Now, there was a couple cuts in between the building of the house. One, because this house actually took me about 4 days to build, just in between breaks and stuff, and in between work and all that good stuff. So it took me a good amount of time to actually get it done. So there's some awkward cuts and stuff. The thing with an older computer, as much as I have, is the fact that once you have an old computer like mine, and if you don't save frequently enough, it will first start to stutter a lot, and it will slow down, and it could eventually go to a blue screen of death, which is not good, because then you lose data, you lose your saved stuff that you do. And I have a backup set up for my computer just for that reason, but sometimes the backup doesn't always hold the info that I want. So I have to make sure that I always save my game, save my stuff, and once I'm done building for that portion of the day, quit out of The Sims and then leave it there and then go back into it and then put in all the cheats again, put in all the other good stuff that I have to, and do it that way. So that's the only downside. Oh well. This foyer or foyer area, as you plebeians call it. No, I'm a pleb. I don't know what it's called, but this little foyer area that leads onto the upstairs area, I wasn't really sure what to do with it at first, but I think what I settled on was kind of this I want to call it like a seating area, like a sitting area. So like, have you ever gone to like Applebee's or something like that, or pretty much almost any other restaurant that has like seating off to the sides that's cut off from the rest of the restaurant? It's kind of what I went for in here. I actually added these white walls from the Get Together stuff pack, or the Get Together expansion pack. I separated it, and then I added this like little thing in the middle there for a light. It looks really cool. It kind of just separates the rest of the house from it, so it's a nice thing. You either go to the bathroom off to the right hand side, or you go to the den on the left hand side, or you go upstairs on the left hand side. If not, you go straight up the middle to get to the rest of the house, which I honestly think is kind of a cool way of dividing the house. So I'm very happy the way that it turned out. Adding some more stuff and then kind of working towards getting the living room done. Living room was pretty simple, to be honest. I didn't really take too much time with the living room. I think the only thing I kind of struggled with in the living room was just getting a nice kind of setup for how I wanted the seating arrangement in the living room was probably the only thing that took me a little bit of time. But the rest of it was pretty simple. Just a couple of the bigger paintings that came with the newest expansion pack. I always end up forgetting the name of the expansion packs, the stuff packs, and the game packs altogether, just because there's been a lot of them. I think we're up to, God, I can't even think how many, maybe 30 at this point? Maybe less? I'm not sure. I really am not sure. Then there was this open space in the middle of there, and I wasn't really sure what to do with it until I had a bright idea of doing a foosball table in the middle there, and it actually fills the room out really nicely, and I'm actually happy with that because there wasn't any place upstairs in the bonus room to put that foosball table. Actually, think about it now, that bonus room could have easily been like a little bar area or like a lounge area for older Sims. We could have put the foosball table up there. Oh well, it's something to think about. Maybe I'll do something. Maybe I'll do another bar. I haven't done another bar in a while. Huh. I'll think about that. Comment down below if you want me to do another bar. I think the last bar or hangout that I did in The Sims was actually a while ago. I think it was called Club Xenon, if I remember correctly. Yeah, I think so. I don't know. I also wanted to add the basketball hoop around here, but there wasn't enough space for it, unfortunately. So if you want to have a basketball court in your house, you can definitely do that, and you can add it somewhere. It's wherever you like, whatever you want to do. Here we are working on the upstairs portion. The only rooms upstairs that we really have to finish out here would be the painting room, the 3 bedrooms, and then the bonus room. This painting room was easy to do. I just needed to put some lighting in here. The rest of the stuff was pretty much already set to go. I used a lot of the pre-made rooms just to get items. I actually found that to be really a lot easier to do than actually having to go through the whole catalog, and that's what I did with it. So either way, it looked pretty good. This is one of the bedrooms. This could easily be a child room if you wanted to. I actually kind of had that in mind initially when I made the room, but I went ahead and strayed away with it. So this is more of a, I want to say this is probably more of a guest bedroom more than anything, just because there really isn't too much in here, but it looks nice and decent for what it is. Of course, I had to have Mr. Pancake Bob there. Bob is one of my favorite characters to have ever been in the Sims franchise at all. And you can thank Bob Newbie for that. If you guys don't know who Bob Newbie is, Bob Newbie was actually one of the first families you play with in The Sims 1. He was actually, him and Betty were actually the the tutorial characters in The Sims 1. So that's why I like the name Bob, I guess, and that's why I also like Bob Pancakes in here, just because he's one of the first houses that you play with in the neighborhood that you usually start out with in The Sims 4. So it's really cool. I really kind of like that. I never really thought of that until now, actually, but yeah, Bob Pancakes is one of my favorite characters. Hence why I use him in almost every single one of my houses, because that whole stay thirsty my friends picture, because that's actually an ad from Dos Equis, which is an American beer with a Spanish accent, I guess. The only thing is that, of course, there's no alcohol in Sims 4, so of course he is stay hungry my friends, or something like that. I think that's what he's supposed to be doing. But yeah, I just like him. So anyways, here we are in the bonus room. The bonus room, I decided to go ahead and do like a little gaming setup. Have the holographic game machine over there, of course, with a computer, and then a TV with a game console. So that could be your YouTube space, of course, which that's a perfect YouTube space for me. I would really like an office like that, you know, just a nice little play area with a computer that I can edit, cameras, and lighting and all that good stuff. I would really enjoy that. Anyways, here we go off into the second bedroom of the house. I honestly think that this was more of a girl's bedroom than anything, but of course it can be made to whatever your heart desires. I kept this room really white. I gave it kind of like that 1920s kind of look. That's why you see like the big picture of Marilyn Monroe up there. Also added one of those dressers from the Glamour Life stuff pack. Put that in there as well. So you have your girls getting ready, or your guys getting ready, whichever you choose, getting ready at that table. I actually don't know if guys can use that makeup table. I'm not sure. I'm gonna have to experiment with that. I can't really and honestly remember, just because I don't use that table too much. I used it a couple times when Glamour Life stuff pack did come back. I think it was Game Pack actually now thinking about it, but yeah, I don't know. I like this room. This is probably one of the other rooms that I like for this house. It looks really cool. Just a lot of gold, a lot of marble, it looks very luxurious in there, and it's kind of what I was going for, with the luxury vibe kind of feel. So it looks really cool. Just added a lot of greenery in here for some reason. It's what I remember about this room. It was very luxurious. Like I said, it kind of give off that 1920s smoky room kind of vibe, so I'm very happy with that. Like I said, and if you can't tell by the music that's playing in the background, I love 1920s. 1920s is my time. I really enjoyed that time in the United States. I don't know how it was anywhere else, but I know that in the United States it was the Roaring 20s, and then after that the 30s happened, and then no, that was bad. But yeah, so I very much enjoy it. Now what we're doing out here is we're just kind of trying to figure out what to do in this kind of landing area upstairs. Really wasn't too sure what I wanted to do. All I know is I wanted to add that coffee table that has the fireplace in it, and then of course add a bookshelf and some more stuff like that. Look, it turned out really good. I'm actually really happy with that landing area. The landing area is at a weird kind of angle. For one, because of the master bedroom, its door is on a diagonal, and if you guys know anything about Sims, working with diagonals can be a little bit tricky. So I'm very happy of how it turned out, actually. So it turned out really good. Added some more greenery around the place with those water reeds, or those, I can't remember what those things are. I guess it's eucalyptus. No, it's bamboo. Added those bamboo around the places, and some pictures. And then of course heading off into the master bedroom. Master bedroom isn't overly big. It's probably a little bit bigger than the 1920s room. So it turned out pretty good. I really do enjoy how this room turned out. This room does include a fireplace, I believe, which is actually the only room in the house that has a fireplace. So again, very luxurious. It makes sense that this would be the master bedroom, especially since you have a big lookout over your bed to the outside where your nice pool is. And yeah, so it turned out very good. I'm very happy with the turnout of it. I also use the Glamour Life bed in here, and the reason for it is because that bed has those railings on it that you can use so you can move the curtains. Obviously you can't move the curtains in game, but I imagine if it were like that in real life, you'd be able to move those curtains, and it looked good. Also added the fur rug there, and I upscaled it, and it just looks really good. I really like the room. It's very, I wouldn't say minimal, well, maybe a little bit minimalistic room. Just added a couple chairs, and then also added a computer desk over here as well, just to keep you entertained. It's the only downside about The Sims, I think, is when you have people coming over to your house, they always end up going to the computers no matter what. So just remember, once you get the house, lock your doors, lock your windows, because they coming all up over here. I think that's how the meme went. That meme is old. I can't remember it exactly. But yeah, that is I think that's pretty much the whole house. We're getting into the videos here, so I will let you guys go ahead and kind of enjoy the videos. Of course, first thing that you guys will see is going to be the outside portion of the house, just kind of from a street view. I think it looks really nice from the street view. Like I said, I don't normally do this kind of landscaping, but I think it came out very nice in here as well. As we skyrocket ourselves indoors, you can see the fountains going off and shooting into the left as we head into the foyer. From the foyer, we head into the den off to the side. As you can see, our sim working on his piano playing skills. He's doing some good stuff. Of course, we head off into this side of the house where we have another one of our sims playing foosball. From the foosball table, of course, we head off into the kitchen slash dining room, looking all marvelous and stuff. Looks very good. Going from the garage where you will work out, you can go ahead and head outside, get into the pool, so you can work out some more. From the pool, we head on over to the other side so we can see some of the fountains working and all that good stuff as well. From the foyer downstairs, we head on up to the upstairs landing portion where you can go ahead and sit near the fire table so you can warm yourself up after a nice soaking pool. Do you want to go and make a painting? Well, of course you do. Head into the nice little area to go paint. Are you a guest of my house? Of course you are, because I am a nice person. We have an upstairs guest bedroom, and you can go and enjoy that. Of course, I love video games, as do you if you are watching this. So head on over to the bonus room so you can play some games on our good old consoles. Of course, here is the, I would probably say the guest bathroom, I suppose. Dealt with a nice bathtub and of course a toilet because you need to go and do your business. This is going to be the 1920s bedroom, 1920s inspired bedroom. Looks really nice. I really enjoy how it looks. And of course, here is going to be our main bedroom. Big old doors leading off into a nice big old room with of course a fireplace. And then heading off into the bathroom where you have your walk-in closet as well. Here at the end, just a little bit of a time lapse. Sped the game up to I sped the game up 3 times, and then when I was rendering it and editing it, I did it even faster, so it gives off this whole day-night thing. Looks really cool. Anyways, guys, thank you guys so much for watching the video. If you guys liked it, leave a like, leave a comment down below. Of course, this was Rory's Build Challenge, hashtag Rory's Builds. You guys can find all of her information in the doobly-doo down below. Thank you guys so much for watching the video. I'll leave you guys with the rest of this stuff to go off of. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching the video. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.